Any second now, a spaniel's going to run around the corner with a pigeon. Here he is. Here he is. Get up. Get up. No? Good boy, bring it up. Good lad. There we go. Good boy. That was a drive-by. Leave it. So, another glorious day of British weather. I was actually washing the tractor and trailer this morning. And come out after lunch and it's chucking it down with rain. So I thought I'd quickly show you this cultivator. It's it's Amazon. I'll find the model in a minute, but it's replaced the Vadestad top down 4 meter what we had. This is a 5 meter machine. And I'm going to see if I can find a model on it. So yeah, it's got all these big old chunky discs on the front, 2 rows of them. Got an air tank there, look, for the brakes. Can't find a model. So yeah, and then it's got 1, 2, 3 legs under there, and then 4 up here, and 4 on the other side. 11 or 12. Oh, there's another one. Yeah, 12 legs I think it's got. Over 5 meters with these big wide feet on them, and then some leveling discs. Twin packer, leave it nice and firm after the cultivator. These legs are on, they've got big old springs on them, so that if you hit a rock or something, instead of it busting the shear bolt, it just takes the shock out of it on that, and hopefully it doesn't bust the shear bolt. So looks a really well made piece of kit. So yeah, I want to go around the other side and see if I can find a model, but yeah, hopefully, well, going by the weather, it doesn't look like we're going to be using it anytime soon. No, I can't find a model. I know it's definitely 5 meter. So yeah, there we go. Right, hopefully this shower's going to pass over in a minute. It's Monday 27th of January. Almost full. Right, so I'm on a Tuesday. As you can see, I've been rolling some feed barley. And I'm almost done. It's a much nicer day today. It's a bit chilly, but it's sunny and it's not raining, so that's the main thing. Scoop this bit up off the floor. It's quite windy actually out as well. This dust gets all over the windows. Barely see anything. You probably can't see anything either. Right, I'm gonna stick you. I'll have to hold on to the camera for a sec. So last night's video of the carting the muck, a few questions I was going to quickly answer. First one, what was it? How big is the field? About 29 hectares. So I think that's just over 70 acres. When's it going to be spread? Is hopefully this spring, if we can get the contractors to do it. We'll get them to. It makes sense to just get them to do it. They got the spreaders. Same people as last year with the Valtras and the Volvo 360 digger. So yeah, it makes sense to get them to do it because we would just make a mess down there with our JCB loading. It's the 360 so much kinder to the ground and leaves a tidier job. So we'll get them to do it. Hopefully this spring, and then it's going in. It will be cultivated with the new cultivator, and then I will drill it. I'm not sure what drill I'll drill it with. Probably the Vadestad, because the Vadestad is best suited to that sort of soil. I'll be planting spring oats out there this spring, and then in the autumn it's going to be planted with a crop of winter wheat. So if we get that dung spread this spring, it will rot down and then the winter wheat should get the benefit of the dung, so it should work out nicely. Right, just got a quick job to do on this 6150R. So we've got to change this auxiliary belt, what drives all these pulleys and pumps and alternator and stuff like that. So hopefully you can see okay. Just get a 1/2 inch drive into the tensioner pulley. Don't know how well you can see, but it's all a bit tight. I'll pull on that, and I'm putting this little pin in this little hole. It doesn't fit. Right, I've got using a bit of welding rod instead. That's, you know, perfect. Looking here at that. Hopefully you can see. I've put a bit of welding rod in there to hold the tensioner back. Right, I'm going to take this drive out. And then we'll start hooking the belt off. It's a bit of a fiddle to get it all out. And I've drawn a picture, I'll show you. I've drawn a dodgy picture, look, of how it all goes so I don't forget. Because there's like 8 pulleys in there. There's no way I'd remember which way it goes, unless you do this every day. Now then, am I going to have to undo the viscous fan bolts, or I might be able to fit it round the fan cowling. I'm sure I haven't done one of these in ages. Yeah, let it go, kid. Come on. I couldn't find a number, so I know it's definitely the right belt that I've got. I'll just cut it. But it's not got any numbers on it. Right, so the GoPro battery died and I'm done. I'll just quickly show you what I've done. To get the belt off, I actually undone the screws, Allen key screws in here, to slack it, and unscrewed the fan off the viscous unit. You can't really see that well. I'm recording on my phone, and that made it a lot easier to get the belt out. Only managed to cut myself twice, but we got there in the end. The only thing is that the I should have checked it before really, but the tensioner pulley is a bit rumbly, so I'm going to order one of those. It's that's only a 2-minute job to change that. It's just a case of releasing the tension like you saw before, and unbolting it and bolting the new one on and putting the tension back on. So that'll be like a 5-minute job. This hasn't been too bad, taken about half an hour. So I'm just going to start it up and check it's all good, and then we'll be done. Breakfast looks good. I think it's a blend of silage and straw, molasses, rolled barley, all that sort of stuff. I think I forgot to say the reason why I was actually changing the belt, and it was because it's starting to crack on the outside, and also one of the V's is worn down on the inside, so as it's on that feeder wagon, I just Wanted to change it out of caution just because we don't really want it snapping at 6:30 in the morning when they're trying to feed the cows. So okay, so I got the stock tractor in the workshop today. It's a 5100M, and yeah, I'm not sure I've shown you this before. Obviously we had a 5080M before, and it was up to 14,000 hours I think when it went. And this is a 2017 model. Just hit, it's only just hit, it's just over 500 hours I think, so I'm just going to do the 500 hour service on it. It's a pretty standard tractor, got gears, you know, it's all manual, forward reverse lever, plenty of cow shit on the floor, but it does the job. So it's very similar to the 5080M what we had before, apart from it's just a bit of a bigger scale. And the 5080M was a 2010, and this is 2017, like I said before. I think somebody, so we obviously got it second hand. Somebody brought it, barely ever used it, only put a few hours on it, and then I don't know whether they sold it back to Hunts or what, but we ended up with it. It's got an MX loader on it. It's got bigger wheels and tyres than what the 5080M had. So it's got 3 spools. Yeah, good little tractor for a stockman. It's not AdBlue, which is good, but I would have thought it's got, you know, EGR valve and all that sort of stuff, recirculation for emissions. It's just a bit beefier than you've got quite a big frame here. Mind you, the 5080M had more of a chassis on it, and that's just got a big beefy frame. I've already dropped the engine oil out. Yeah, so very similar to the old one really. Underneath, I noticed that the front prop runs along inside this plastic tube. Can't really remember. Yeah, the old one just had a prop shaft, you know, that you could see run along there. So right, we'll crack on with it. Right, it has 2 fuel filters, one on each side. Really easy to change. Let's take the collar off the filter. Chuck the filter in the tub. Diesel flies everywhere. Push the new filter up in. Jobs are good. Just make sure that's up in there properly. Okay. Unscrew that one. Well, this one's got the glass water sediment truck on the bottom. And then a plug. Just get the screwdriver in there and pop it down. Right, so he's unplugged. I just gave this bowl a quick blowing out with the airline. Now we'll screw it on the bottom of this filter. But we haven't had any more trouble with the fuel filters recently. Since we put the fuel additive into the fuel tanks. Touch wood, we seem to be alright. It's not gelling up. He's in there. Plug that in there. That's the fuel filter's done. There we go. Good. Is that tight on the bottom? Yeah. Alright, now we're under the tractor. And this is the last filter to change. It's the hydraulic transmission one. Come on, you bugger. Get the new one here. This can be quite messy sometimes. Screw the new one straight back on. Easy as that. I'm almost getting good at this now. Oh, I've got oil all over the camera, that's great. For some reason it's gone back to the old-fashioned lift pump. I've undone the bleed screw on the filter. On the 5080, all you had to do was turn the ignition on and the electric pump would pump the fuel from the tank through the filters back to the tank. Still not filling up. Maybe it's filling the other one first. Worked when I had the bleed screw undone, so I've done it back up and now it's pumping through, so I'm guessing it's doing what the old electric pump used to do. And fill up the filter and then back to the tank. Right, we'll give it a try, see what happens. She's running. Doesn't cut out. Guess it must have worked. All good? Right, that's the service done. There we are. Not used to using a clutch. Let's see if I can put this bale spike on. It's not very good, you can't really see very well, don't you? I got it. You just crowd it right back and then it locks in. For some reason this that's it. It's locked in. Terrific. Not overly keen on this gear stick either. It's not very smooth, but I guess it's just a standard tractor, isn't it? Right, Thursday. So today, not really a lot going on in the yard. It's too wet to do any hedge cutting. Not that I've put the hedge cutter back on yet. So I'm just out driving around. I'm in the Gator, driving around, just checking things out really. Checking ditches, because got quite a lot of like little bridges and stuff. Just checking that they're all clear. It's yeah, like I said, it's pretty wet. It's been raining again this morning. These are cricket bat willows, these are. The company actually comes in and plants them. Pays, I expect they probably pay a bit of rent for the ground that they grow them on. And yeah, and then they get to a certain size and they come in the summer and cut them down and send them off to, I want to say India. I'm sure he said he sends them off by the lorry load to India to be made into cricket bats. But yeah, so this one looks okay. apart from the bridge is a bit rotten. It would have been made up by sleepers at some point. I don't know what this bit is here, some old rotten sleepers. So that's some suling, that is, for the end of the maize for when they're beating the birds out. And gamekeepers left that there. Yeah, so like I said, we're in the Gator. Eric's in the back. We've got a chainsaw for any bits of trees. Got a fork for hooking out, for unblocking the pipes and that. And yeah, I've even brought my shotgun with me just in case I see some pigeons eating the crops. So the crops that aren't planted yet. But this is going to be spring oats out here. When it eventually dries up and get out cultivating. Right, I'll crack on. Definitely got a bit of a blockage going on here. Alright, Eric, you good? So this is supposed to be a bridge. Concrete bridge, I think it is. Got a pipe going underneath. But it's blocked up. I can't really see anything I can do right now. Just have to wait till the summer when it dries up and find out what's blocking it up, I guess. Not a lot I can do right now. Hopefully it doesn't wash the bridge away, but it looks okay at the moment. It's concrete, so we should be good. Got a bit of a tree down here. Mind your nose, Eric. Looks like it's come across from the other side of the stream. Not good. Not sure if I'm going to risk crossing. It looks like it snaps right off, so I'd probably just be able to grab it. When the ground dries up, I'm going to come around with a JCB and get rid of all these branches and trees that are falling down. But I'll just chop the end off of this one, because otherwise, because it's sticking out in the field a bit, the tractor and cultivator won't be able to get past it. He doesn't look like he's going to be up there very long. We'll have a look, see if there's anywhere we can cut that ivy at the bottom. There's probably a lot of weight in ivy up there. God, he's leaning right over. Huh? I think it's safe to walk under. Oh, hello, Eric. So we can get around the back of it. Pipe there, that goes through the stream. Must run right across the field. Barbed wire in there and all sorts. Yeah, some big old chunks of ivy there. Might get the chainsaw and snip a bit of that out. It's only a willow tree, but still, it's going to come down soon. And when it does come down, it'll be a lot easier to deal with if all that ivy's dead, so I might quickly chop that. I'm gonna go just cut out a chunk of it There's a couple of smaller pieces around the side, but I've just done one cut through, but that big bit, cut a big old chunk out of that, so that'll kill most of it, if not all of it. Right, so under here so there's a ditch that comes down from that way, pipes that are draining in the field, and then this pipe goes underneath the field to the stream over there. Just get things like these sticks blocking it up. So what I'm going to do is quickly get these sticks out, and then we'll be on our way. Take a little detour through the wood, see if there's any trees, big trees down. There's a lot of oak in this wood. Two-wheel drive there. Old Gator gets through, no problem. No problem at all. Any second now, a spaniel's going to run around the corner with a pigeon. Here he is. Here he is. Get up. Get up. No? Good boy, bring it up. Good lad. There we go. Good boy. That was a drive-by. Leave it.